Hey everyone, welcome to Christina Cakes It. I'm Christina and today I'm showing you how to make a stained glass cake. I love stained glass windows. I think they are absolutely beautiful. And I know that this design has been transferred to cakes. It's been kind of a popular technique in the last few years. So to get started, I do have my standard 4-layer 6-inch cake here in front of me. And it obviously has been frosted, chrome coated, and ready to go. And I'll make sure to punch in on this later if you can't see it. But this whole thing has been etched in my design. So what I did is I took, what is this called? The cookie scribe, and I actually etched in several roses all around the cake. I've seen other people who've just been able to just pipe freehand flowers onto the cake. I just know that wasn't gonna be me, that I was gonna like turn out to be a disaster. So I sketched the whole thing in, or I should say all the different roses in. It's actually a pretty funny story practicing drawing roses because it's been a long time since I've had to draw a rose. But anyway, the design is etched on here. And I just thought that would be really helpful to me before I started to pipe. Another thing is my cake is cold. It's been in the refrigerator, so it is firm to the touch. And I'm using a small piping tip. This is a Wilton tip 5, and just some black buttercream. And I'm gonna go in and pipe the whole outline of all of my roses before I go in and color them. I've seen people do it the other way where they actually paint first and then pipe. But I think for me, this technique is gonna work better if I pipe and then paint on the cake. So I'm gonna get on my tiptoes here. Another trick is not to fill your piping bag very much when you're doing like kind of like really detailed piping. It's easier to work with if the bag is not full. So when I first started out, I used to like fill my piping bags like to the top because it's like annoying to constantly fill a piping bag, but it actually doesn't do you any favors because it's like messier, it's like really hard to control. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue piping around the sides. So I did actually set my cake stand on a really sturdy box because I wanted it a little bit higher just for comfort. So just another tip for you as you're piping, because your hand gets tired and you do want it set up. That's the most comfortable position for you. And raising it, I have found, is helpful. So everything has been outlined at this point, and from here I'm gonna pop this into the fridge because I want this to firm back up. I want the buttercream that I just piped to also firm up, and I'm gonna start painting, and most likely I'm gonna go back in and add more black, but I wanna start here and kind of just assess what it looks like before I make any like final decisions. So while the cake is chilling in the fridge, I'm going to start mixing my paint for this. So what I'm doing is I'm just using a little bit of alcohol mixed with gel food coloring. Don't worry, the alcohol does, when it dries, it burns off, so it is safe. And I'm gonna be using just various shades of Americolor. And these are gel food colorings, and I'm not exactly sure the shade I want. I think I want my roses pink instead of red. but I want them to start off pretty light. So I'm using very little food coloring mixed with the vodka. So I know I'm definitely using pink, and I'm going to use some green as well. So my cake is out of the fridge, and I'm just gonna start painting inside of these black lines. We'll see if I like this color. So when you are painting on a buttercream cake, it definitely needs to be chilled before you start painting for sure. I actually find it very relaxing to do this. So I've done an initial coat of color, and this is gonna evaporate and lighten up a bit, so I'll go back in and darken and touch up. But I do wanna add, I don't know what they're called. I keep calling them like panes or sections, because stained glass windows have like all those like little pieces that are like put together. So anyway, I'm gonna add those in here, and I'm just taking black and I'm just making little lines kind of everywhere. So I decided to continue to paint in with some more color, just because when I think of stained glass windows, I think of those bright, beautiful colors. So I'm just gonna go around with blue and purple. I will say this is time consuming, and I'm probably gonna go off camera and even put another layer on, but I do want the colors to show up and be vibrant. So basically, just kind of relax and zone out and paint away. My stained glass cake is complete, and it took a little bit longer than I expected, but I really enjoyed the process and I really like how it turned out. And I could definitely see using this technique with different designs. Like, I think I might want to try this with butterflies. I think that would look really pretty. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel.